This is cool.
Okay, hold on. Let me just take a messy boot.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with Philippa, and this is very impromptu. We've already filmed a collab for the end of June, but I'm on my way back to London later, like in an hour, and I realized that I needed to get home tonight and film, which is not going to happen because I'm gonna get home at maybe like 11:30 and I need to go to bed because I have work in the morning. So Philippa had the brilliant idea of coming back into her car. We were sat in a Starbucks. I've got my Starbucks actually. What a great idea.
This is so cash.
This is so cash. This is great. So we're literally sat in her car and we're just gonna have a little chat. And I feel like this is really cool because we can just like, I don't know, like the video we filmed yesterday was more of like a collab, and this is more of just like, we're sat in a car, we're best friends, let's have a chat. We mentioned in the video yesterday, which this is obviously gonna go up before it's gonna go up first, so it's gonna make no sense, and you're just, you know, the true fans that are watching all the videos in June are going to know this. So when you watch the video, the collab that's going up on the 29th, you will realize that we said this and now you've watched it earlier. Anyway, we mentioned in that video that we've shared a bunch of boyfriends. A bunch? A lot. Like more than the average female. Definitely. And we figured it would be a really fun video to film because we are best friends. We've been best friends for like, it's coming up to 10 years that we've been best friends for. We've never had an argument. Nope. At all. And weirdly, we've shared a lot of boyfriends and we have had the same taste in guys occasionally. But it's never ever come to like blows or anything. Never. We've just found it quite amusing. Yeah, and I think this is like come into my head now, especially because we're watching Love Island so much. Shout out to you if you're watching Love Island too, because like we're so obsessed. All the girls are fighting over the guys, and that's something that happens so often in so many friendships. Like girls fall out because they like fancy someone, someone else fancy, and that's never happened with us. And we've managed to keep our friendship even though we've shared boyfriends. And like a lot of them probably they didn't mean much, but there were some serious ones. But there were some serious ones. Like one of us had either a serious relationship with him and the other one anyway. So when the first boyfriend that we shared, like, and I think we might have shared one before this, but I'm not really counting him because I didn't really date him. There was one guy that I dated in high school, and we were kind of like high school sweethearts. We were really young, and like it was the kind of thing where we like dated and then we didn't, and then we dated and then we didn't. And when Philippa came into the school, you dated him properly. For how long? Like a while. Well, he was like after me for a while, and I was like, no, you're too weird for me. And then I eventually like sort of like, oh, okay, you eventually like came about him. So yeah, and I think we were together for just move the camera slightly because you're a bit cut off. I think we were together for like about sort of 8 months-ish, which is a long time when you're like 15. When you're like very young, that is quite a long time. 15, so 16. So you were together with him for a little while. Then there was this one boy that everyone fancied for no apparent fucking reason. Okay, like, I don't know why. It is a mystery, but he wasn't even that cute. He wasn't, he was funny. He had the chat. That was it. He had the chat, but he wasn't great. But everyone fancied him. You really fancied. You were like in love with him. I was in love with him. And I fancied him for like a couple of weeks while we were in a school production together. Nothing actually ever happened between us. We went out. I've actually managed to hook him in for a little while. 2 weeks. And then he ditched me and I was heartbroken. And then like me and him were flirty for a bit. But even that like didn't phase you. No. It was kind of like, well, we're done anyway, so like you do you. And it wasn't like we were stealing each other's men. No. It was just that was happened. I with someone else then? You might have been. I don't know. Anyway, and then these are names that kind of to you. Shared as well. Did we? I never like did anything with him, but he was really flirty with me at first. Oh yeah, I remember that. No, he definitely did flirt with you a lot. Are we bleeping names out, by the way? Yeah, I will be. I will be. I remember him being flirty with you. And then I started dating him. I dated him for like 6 months before we came to boarding school. And then when I broke up with him, he did get flirty with you again. And I was like, dude. But like, it never bothered me. It was always just like, he's a flirty guy, whatever, I'm not bothered. Then there was Tom. And there was Tom. So, and I can say Tom because I've mentioned Tom like in videos a lot. So Tom was probably the most serious one we've shared. Because obviously, Bianca and Tom were
in a really serious relationship, but I actually met Tom first.
Yeah, so you hooked up with him on a night out.
At a party.
At a party. And then she showed me his photo because she was like, oh, I got with this really cute guy. Showed me his photo. I didn't even think he was that cute. When you showed me the photo, you remember this. I was like, I don't see it. I don't see it. And then we actually went to a house party and Tom and I hit it off and then we dated for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And like to this day, he is like also, a stake in my heart.
And he's also like one of my really good friends as well. Yeah, like, we've all stayed really close friends. Like we could be hanging out, the three of us, and it
that's
wouldn't
the
phase.
thing. Like when Tom and I broke up, or when I broke up with Tom, you and him got really close again. Yeah. When I moved away. And so like Philippa and Tom would like hang out together all the time. You started like taking pictures together and like putting them on Facebook. Yeah. That never bothered me. It was always just like, all right, cool.
We were just friends. I think it just proves that the trust is there, because obviously I never got with Tom after you guys dated.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think if you had, I would have left. I don't think it would have bothered me. No. Anyone else, I would have been like, don't you touch like, my man. My ex-man.
Ex-man. We even went to a festival together, like just me and Tom and his family.
Yeah, you did.
I don't even know why that happened, but I got a free ticket, so I was like, okay.
No, but I think it's funny that we can have that trust, and even if like we'd got with each other's guys, I reckon we would have just laughed it off anyway. Yeah. I don't think it would have actually got in between our relationship at all. The interesting thing is, I haven't actually fancied anyone else that you've dated afterwards.
I think my type kind of changed.
And mine did too.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, sort of.
I mean, obviously a lot of this was when we were quite young, so they weren't any like serious relationships that we both, you know, dated.
Yeah, no, like any of the guys that you've like been in love with,
yeah,
I wouldn't touch him.
No.
A, because I don't think they're cute, and B, because I think there's a line.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously with Tom, that's why I was obviously never get with him after you guys.
Yeah, I feel like if you got with him now, it'd be really weird.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be mad, but it would be a bit weird.
Oh yeah, of course it'd be weird.
Yeah.
Even though I actually think look-wise were a little bit similar in certain aspects.
Was sort of similar in a lot of ways.
Like I didn't fancy, but there were similarities.
Yeah, they didn't. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Adam, you and Adam were friends, but like it was never.
Never anything like that.
Whereas you know,
really good friends.
Another one of my friends dated Adam first, and I kind of like got in the middle of that. But no wonder that friendship fell apart.
No, she still likes you. She watches your videos.
I know, but like I do love her. I do love her, but you know, it's also like it's the kind of love where I'm always going to love her and she's always going to have a really special place in my heart, but like we don't talk really.
Yeah, and that's
fine, and that's okay. Like if I saw her, like I'd be thrilled and like we'd have a fucking party, but also neither one of us is really reaching out. Yeah. So that's okay.
And you get those friendships.
You do get those friendships. And at the end of the day, I think I did cross a line. Like my intentions were less than, I mean, I don't know.
That's another video.
That's a whole other story. What's some advice that we can give girls in school that are fighting over boys?
I think you've got to think, if someone is flirting with your man and you're getting annoyed by it, you obviously don't trust that person.
But say it too.
And say it. Because, I mean, not that we've ever come to that anyway. Like, we've never gone to be like, okay, you're pushing the line. We've never gone to that, but we would. If we needed to.
Yeah, like if, for example, when you and Tom were like hanging out and going to the festival together, if I'd felt really uncomfortable, I would have said something to you. Yeah. And it wouldn't have been like a bitchy thing. It wouldn't have been like, I'm pissed at you, like, you need to stop doing that. It literally would have been, by the way,
this is a bit weird.
It makes me feel a bit weird. Yeah. So I'm not even going to tell you to not do it. I'm just going to ask you to reassure me that it's not weird. Also, I think this is the one thing that I was going to say. Like, people are going to get pissed, especially if you're a bit younger. But, like, relationships, when you are that young, don't fucking matter. But your friendships can last. Relationships can last too.
There's the odd one where your high school sweethearts, you've been together, like, amazing. That's adorable. But 95%,
it's gonna fall apart. You're gonna move on.
Yeah.
So why waste your time bickering about boys when they're going to be irrelevant in the next couple of years, versus like you could have like a really solid friendship with someone and really build that trust. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing, why we've never sort of fallen out, because the trust is like 100% there. And that's the thing, if you are having that doubt with a friend, then they're probably not really that great of a friend.
No, that's true. That's definitely true. And I think, you know, obviously friendships fall apart as well, and that's inevitable. Like I haven't kept 99% of all the friends I've ever had in my life. I had some
really, really good friends I thought I'd be friends with for ages, and they turned out to be bitches.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, people, no shade, not naming names, no, like people change, and that's not a bad thing. I feel like there's such a thing on the internet about people being like, please never change, and it's like, no, I will, and that's okay. Like, everyone grows, everyone changes, and that's not a bad thing.
Most of the time for the better.
Exactly. I'm like, I've changed so much in the last 5 years. You haven't seen that because I wasn't vlogging all through boarding school. I wasn't vlogging all through.
I wish we'd vlogged.
I wish we had. Okay. I think the reason we've never fallen out over boys is also because we know that boys aren't the end of the world. No. And if one goes, another one's gonna come in the next few weeks.
Also, one thing I've just thought about as well is when it came to boys, we shared everything with each other. So we knew exactly how the other one was feeling. Yeah. And that's why we knew where the lines were, sort of thing.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I think
that's another point.
Like, yeah, no, for sure. Going back to Tom, I feel like we're talking about Tom a lot. Sorry, Tom. You know where my mind's at, where my heart's at with that entire situation. So, knowing that, it would be weird if you then, like, went in there now. Whereas if I was saying to you, like, oh, Tom, we're friends, like, it's fine, like, I don't even think about it, ever. Then if you hooked up with him, I'd be like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But Tom is like a wedge in my life, right? So... He just needs to...
You always have that one guy, don't you?
Yeah, I think you do. And I don't think it means anything. Because obviously, like, I'm dating someone and it's fine. Like, it's okay. It'll do. No, like, I'm really happy with the guy I'm dating. And it's, you know, that's what I want to do now. Yeah. But there's always going to be that one person in your life, like, in your past, that is always going to, like, be, like, in the back of your mind, like, niggling at you, just, like... please go away. Which, you know, he fucked off to the other end of the world and apparently it's still not far enough, but whatever, I'm not bitter. Okay, so we've shared like 5 guys.
And when we say shared, we were young, you know, it wasn't getting to the sleeping stage with a lot of them.
No, oh my god, no. And I think camera died, it's fine.
So, yeah, that also makes it very different.
Yeah, like, we were not sleeping with any of the... I don't think we've ever slept with the same person. No. We've never, like, had sex with the same person.
Yeah, sex can really complicate it between friends.
Yeah,
that would be a whole nother level if we had slept with all these people.
Yeah, no, we didn't. So
no, we never slept with it. When we say shared, we never slept with the same people.
No. Yeah, so 5 guys. And it doesn't sound like a lot altogether, but it's definitely more than your average girl shares with her best friend. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it might be like the odd one crossover, but 5?
Yeah, 5 is a lot. But I mean, I guess we've been friends for a really long time and we've been to all the same schools. Imagine what it would have been like. Imagine what count we'd be on if we'd gone to the same uni. How bad would that have been?
Yeah. What about like kissing? Have we kissed any of the same guys?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, them obviously, but any more? Like, have there been any more from like Dallam or?
No, because I never kissed. I never kissed.
Okay, let's not make a list.
And that is gonna be that. This video is already super long, so we're just gonna cut it short. But leave us some questions down below. Also, do you share boyfriends with your friends?
Us?
Is this just weird? Like, has this ever happened to you, or are we just like mega weird? Because we could very well just be mega weird. But yeah, leave us some comments down below. We're gonna be replying to everything, and subscribe to Philippa's channel if you haven't yet. She's got her own channel. I finally convinced her, so fucking go and subscribe to her, please, because otherwise she'll stop and I'll be really sad. So that is that. Give a video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'm uploading these every single day for you, and I shall see you tomorrow for another video. Bye!